So now we are just going to see today this sum series, and under this sum series we have these three functions, which is the sum if, and sum ifs. Okay. So now let's see how do we use this sum if, and all. So if I talk about this normal sum function, okay. So now you have this data from column A to column G, and now you just want to make the sum of this total sales, which is provided in column G, and you want to know the total sales amount. So if I need the total sales amount, so for the total sales amount, what you will do, you will simply use this sum function. Okay, this one, sum, and select this range and enter. So it has told you that the total sales is this one. Okay, normal sum function. But if I give you the condition, and on the basis of the condition, you have to make the sum. Now it depends. I'm just going to give you a single condition, or I'm just going to give you the multiple condition, right? So if on the basis of the single condition, if you want to if you want to make the sum of the range, then you have to use the sum if function. So now for the sum if, you can see we have the range, then criteria, then the sum range, correct? So now range and criteria we have already discussed in more details while the time of the COUNTIF function, right? So now for example, if I have given you these three branches and I want to know that what sales has been done in each and every branches. Okay, so now I have given you the single conditions that you have to focus on the branch. That branch belongs to any customer or any agent, that doesn't matter, but I just want to know that what exactly the total sales has been done in central branch, what is the total sales has been done in the north county and the west side. Okay, so for this you have to use the sum if. Now it says first you have to tell the range, then you have to tell the criteria. So if my criteria is the central, then what will be the range? Anyone? If my criteria is the central, then your range will be branch or not? Correct. So this is the range, phrase it, comma, criteria is the central, comma, sum range. Sum range is what? For which column you want to make the sum. So I want to make the sum of the amount. So here I will select this amount column and freeze it. Close the bracket and enter. So look, it is telling to you in the central branch, this is the total sales amount. And if you drag it, now you can see this is the total sales you are getting in this branch wise. Okay, this one. So this is the total sales for each and every branches. So here you can see in the central branch, this is the total sales. In the north county, this is one. In the west side, this is one. Okay, so whenever on the basis of the single condition or the single criteria, if you want to make the sum of the any column, so in that case you can use this sum if function. Is it clear, everyone?
Anup, can you please explain it again? I joined right.
You have joined just right now.
Yes.
So sum if function, I told you that sum if function is basically that if you want to make the sum of any values on the basis of the single condition or the single criteria. So like in this case, I was just looking for the total sales which has been done for the central branch. So here I have used this sum if function where I have given this range because my criteria was the central. So central is existing into your D column in the data set. So now this is the range I have selected D2 to D750 and freeze it. After that, this criteria is the J4. J4 is what? Central. And then in the last, I have selected the sum range. For which column you want to make the sum? For this amount column. That is G2 to G750. And simply close this bracket and press the enter. So you will get the sum of the central branch. And after that, I have dragged this formula to the downside. That's it. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Now everyone just try this. And also here in the right hand side, I'm just looking for this account type wise total sales. So please solve this. Here is the formula. This one. Just try this. And here I'm just looking for the account type wise total sales. So please solve it for the account type. And please do let me know once this is done or if you face any challenges. Is it done or anyone has any question? Okay. So most of the people has done this. So anyone who is facing the challenges to solve it. Okay. So I'm just solving this question. So if you are not able to solve it, or if you have solved it, so you can match it. So look, it says the range. So I'm looking for this account type, right? So for this account type, your range will be this column B, comma, criteria will be this IRA, comma, sum range. So I'm looking for the sum of this G column. Okay. Close this bracket and enter. You can see this is the total sales. And now if I drag it, so this is the total sales you are getting now. So this is the account type wise. You can see. Okay. So this is the account type wise. You are getting this total sales. Okay. So this is the way that how you can make the sum. But now suppose if you have the multiple condition, okay, and I'm also pasting this formula in chat. So if you want to take the reference of that, you can. Now I just want to make the total sales for each and every branch and account type. Okay, it means I'm just looking for that in this central branch, what is the sales has been done for this IRA account, what is the sales has been done for the CD account, then checking account, then saving account. Okay, it means for each and every branches, what sales has been done in that. Guys, just allow me the 2 minutes, okay? So just allow me 2 minutes. I'm coming back. Sorry, guys. Okay. So now here I was just looking for the branch and account wise total sales. So I have given you the two conditions, right? So on the basis of the two condition or more than two condition, if you want to make the sum, then you have to use the sum ifs function, IFS. Now it is asking for the sum range. So for which column you want to make the sum? For the amount column. Okay, so I selected this amount column and freeze, comma. Now it says criteria range one. So if my criteria one is the central branch, okay, so what will be my first criteria? This D column. So the criteria range one, comma, criteria one, then comma. It is asking criteria range two. So if my second criteria is this IRA, so IRA is existing in this B column, so my criteria range two will be this B column, comma, criteria two will be IRA. Close this bracket and enter. So it is giving you the total sales of the central branch which belongs from the IRA. Okay. Now, if I want to make this formula to the downfill and right fill, so just tell me where you will put the dollar sign and why in this formula. Anyone? Any one of you can answer. Where you will put the dollar sign and why. I also want to know the reason as well.
Uh, we can put a dollar sign in J before J
Okay.
to freeze the column,
Mhm. Oh, correct.
and we can put in 11.
Hmm. Before 11?
Yeah, before 11 to freeze the
Hmm.
row.
To before
Freeze the row.
freeze the row. Correct. So it means that you just want to drag it to the right side. When you will drag to the right side, so your column needs to get increased, but your should not get increased. That's why you have put the dollar sign, correct? In K11, I'm talking about. Okay. The logic is completely fine. Okay. Now, if I press the enter and drag this down and right side, so you can see you are getting this perfect result. Okay, so it is giving you the output that what sales has been done in each and every branches for their respective account types. Okay, this one. And now just solve this also, and here below is the assignment. So you can see the question I have written. Let me explain you. It says, please calculate the total sales for the branch and the account type wise for the selected customers. So earlier what we have done, we have identified that in which branch for which account type what sales has been done. So we had the two criterias. But now here I said I have added this drop down here where I have a two customer existing and new. So my requirement is that if I'm selecting this existing customer, then you have to tell that in each and every branch for this existing customer in this account type, what sales has been done. If user select the new from this, then this figure should get changed on the basis of this selected customer. So in this case, if user select the new, then you have to tell that in this new customer, what sales has been done for the central branch in IRA account type, CD, checking and saving and all. Okay. Question is clear to everyone? Anyone who has a doubt in to understand this question before solve? Okay. If there is no doubt, fine. Now, this formula, which I have told you, I'm pasting this formula for your reference in the chat window. And the last question, you guys have to solve it. Okay. So below this question, you guys have to solve it. So just try to solve it. If you will have any challenges, I will help you out. No worries. Okay, so just solve this question. If you are able to solve this question, then 110% you are completely aware from the freezing concept and you are completely aware from the sum ifs concept. This is an interview question actually. Okay? These kind of a questions will be asked into the interview and in real scenario. Bharat, if you have done so, do not need to paste the formula in the chat window. Okay. Don't paste the formula in the chat window. If you have solved it, then that is completely fine. Okay. Let others also complete it. Or I have just pasted. Let me paste one earlier formula for your reference. Just a minute to the everyone. Okay. So if you guys just solve it, so please do let me know. And you can take the reference from here. Okay. This is little bit reference only. You have to plot it. Okay. Yeah, I have pasted that formula, not Bharat. Yeah, I have pasted that formula to Karthik and others also, not others. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Please do let me know if anyone is having any challenges or not able to understand the question or anything. Is it solved? Anyone? Is it solved? Okay, please do let me know if anyone has solved it or if you're facing any challenges while this time of solving this problem. Okay, so Bharat has solved it. Great. Okay, people who are not able to solve this, so I'm just solving this so you can match it. Sum ifs. It says the sum range. So this will be the sum range. Criteria range one. So if my first criteria is the central, so this is the branch will be the range, comma criteria will be central. Then second criteria, that is a IRA account. So it means account type, comma this, comma third criteria will be this customer, new or existing. So this will be your criteria range 3, comma criteria 3 will be this. Enter. So look, for the central branch in the IRA, there is no sales. If you change this to the existing, so look, the figure is coming over here. Okay. So here it means in the central branch for this IRA account, there is no new customer. There is only existing customer. Now here I just want to make the freezing concept implementation. So can anyone tell that what you will make the freeze in this?
अनु अनु 1 सेकेंड, जस्ट टेल मी वन थिंग। जो हमने ऊपर वाले जो सॉल्व किया वहां पे हमने जो डॉलर साइन लगाया था ब्रांच, और उसके पहले थे इस फॉर्मूला में हमने क्यों नहीं लगाया डॉलर साइन?
अभी लगाएंगे ना, अभी तो हमने एक ही फॉर्मूला इंप्लीमेंट किया ना।
अच्छा, ओके ओके ओके, ठीक
हाँ,
ठीक है।
तो वही मैं क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ आप लोगों से। इन दिस फॉर्मूला आई हैव इम्प्लीमेंटेड। नाउ बिफोर ड्रैग दिस फॉर्मूला टू द डाउन साइड और द राइट साइड, please do let me know where you will put the dollar sign in this function and why.
First the J16. We need to freeze
J,
both column and range.
J6, absolutely correct, absolutely correct. So in the J16, I will put the dollar sign to the both side. Correct. That is the absolute freeze. Okay.
Yeah, and before J18, like the J1.
Yeah, before the J. Okay. And in K17, before the 17, right? This one. So now you can see I have implemented this freezing concept. And now if I drag this down and right side, so you can see the data is coming. And now if you change it from new existing to new, so look, the data is keep changing. Look, okay. So in this way, you have to solve this problem. Okay. So the formula is in front of you. Just try to implement at your end if you have not implemented. Is it done? Okay. So I'm pasting this formula in the chat window as well. Okay. Great. Now here the next is we have the function max and min. So in this Excel, in the Excel, we have these two functions max and min. Through the max function, you can get the highest number in a range. For example, if I ask you in this F column, the amount which is given to you, can you tell me that what is the maximum amount of the sales? The highest sales figure if you want to capture. So you will use this max function and you will give this range. So in this range, whatever the highest number will be, it will give you that number only. So it is telling to you that 18,721 is the highest sales figure. Okay. Similarly, if you want to go for the lowest sales, the minimum sales, okay, so you can use the min function and you can give this range. So it will give you the minimum sales or the lowest sales. Okay, so it is giving you that highest sales figure is 18,721 and minimum sales figure is 20. Okay, but now if I ask you the question, I need the top three sales figure. Okay, top three sales figure. I'm just looking for that here. So now if you need the top three sales, so the max function is not going to help you in this case because max function always will give you the first highest sales. So I'm looking for the first highest sales, second highest sales, and the third highest sales. So those will be my top three sales. So in this case, I will use the large function. Okay, and this is the syntax of the large. Array, comma, k. So array is basically the range and k is the position. So I can use this large. Array is basically this range, make it freeze, comma, k is the position. So it means in this range, F2 to F11, which position value you want to fetch. So I type the 1. 1 means the first highest value. Enter. Then here I have dragged this formula. I will change this 1 to 2. This is the second highest value. And in the last, I change this to the 3. So this will be the third highest value. So now these are my top three sales. So first highest sales is this, second highest sales is this, and the third highest sales is this. Okay. Similarly, if I say instead of the top three, I need the bottom three sales. Okay, so for the bottom three, you will use the function that is a small. The syntax is completely same. Okay, so here you will use the small function. So here I will type equals to small. Then I will give this range. This is the range now. And comma, I set the 1. So it will give you the first lowest amount. So first lowest amount is what? 20. Look. And if I will change this number to the 2, second lowest sales. If I will change this to the 3, third lowest sales. Look. So here, using this large function, you can get the top sales. Okay, I'm just pasting this formula, this one. And here, it will give you the lowest sales. Okay. Now, just try this, everyone. Try to solve this. Max, min, everything.
अनूप, जैसे ये टॉप थ्री सेल्स था, तो जैसे
Hmm.
हमें अगर टॉप फाइव सेल्स चाहिए होगा तो हम जैसे 1 2 3 किया, उसके बाद 4 5 उसके हिसाब से करेंगे, तो वो बस
कर,
हमारा वो
हाँ,
नंबर सीरियल नंबर बढ़ाना है, राइट?
बस राइट राइट
अच्छा,
करेक्ट.
ठीक है, ओके।
आप लोग करके देखिए टॉप टॉप 3 की जगह आप टॉप 5 बॉटम 5 सेल्स निकालिए and see you are getting the same result or not. So max function will give you the highest sales figure and min function will give you the smallest sales figure. Is it done, everyone?
तो मतलब अनूप ये एक बार लार्ज का टाइप कर दिया तो उसके नीचे वैसे ही हम लोग मतलब वो आ जाता है क्या?
या आप लार्ज का टाइप करोगे then you have to change this value now.
हाँ वही।
हम्म
बट अभी मैंने ऐसे नीचे जैसे ही लार्ज टाइप किया और फिर F2 टू F11 किया तो अपने आप से आ गया सेकंड लार्जेस्ट वाला।
here
हाँ
अपने आप से नहीं है, you have to change this the 1 to 2 ना.
हाँ टू मतलब सेकंड टाइम में अपने आप से आया वो। तो मैंने पूरा टाइप भी नहीं किया तो भी आ गया था अभी।
दिस वन।
हाँ।
हाँ।
F22 F11।
हम्म।
तो ये पूरा अप्लाई हो जाता है क्या, तो ये
यू
भी।
आर गेटिंग द सेम रिजल्ट ना।
यस।
हाँ।
और नीचे जैसे मैंने फर्स्ट टाइम स्मॉल वाला टाइप किया तो वैसे ही होगा।
ओके, सो यू आर गेटिंग द सेम आउटपुट, राइट? ओके, ग्रेट।
तो ये
ओके,
अपने आप भी ऐसे अप्लाई हो जाता है क्या?
नहीं, अपने आप अप्लाई नहीं होता।
कि
एक,
मैंने 2 और 3 टाइप नहीं किया था, लेस
ओके,
सेकंड किया था तब।
ओके, जस्ट शेयर द स्क्रीन प्लीज। कैन यू शेयर योर स्क्रीन?
यस, होस्ट डिसेबल्ड पार्टिसिपेंट्स भी।
Okay, let me make you the co-host. Yeah, now share this. Hmm. Just show me again how you are typing that. Hmm. Now you are typing that value, na?
हाँ, मतलब सॉरी, ये बोलना था कि डॉलर साइन बिना ऐड किए टैब दबा दिया था मैंने, तो वो अपने आप से फिगर आ गया, तो वैसे आता है।
नहीं, dollar sign is basically the reference, na? It means you are
हाँ,
putting the
फ्रीज।
formula in individual cells individually, right?
यस। हाँ, वो
Yeah.
फिर फ्रीज करते टाइम ही आता है बराबर।
हाँ.
सही।
अनूप, आप अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करना, मुझे एक चीज पूछनी है।
Hmm. Just a minute. And Vedant, you are just using the older version of the Excel. So whatever the things I'm just gonna cover now, okay? You will
हाँ।
not be able to use that.
ओके।
Okay?
तो आई नीड टू अपडेट इट।
Yes. Because you are using the 2007. Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
हाँ अनूप, एक बात बताओ, जैसे हमने जो मैक्स का जो फंक्शन लिया,
Hmm.
मुझे मतलब वही वाला मेन क्वेश्चन में, जैसे हमने F2/F11 किया और जो टॉप 3 सेल्स में वो डॉलर साइन, अगर हम वो नॉर्मल वाला भी करेंगे तो क्या मतलब वो एरर आएगा कि वो गलत है वो प्रोसीजर?
That procedure is wrong because when you are just making this downfill, okay?
ठीक है।
अगर अगर आप इसको यहाँ से इसको डाउनफिल करते हो, okay?
हाँ।
And now if you are doing this downfill and if you're, for example, if you're not using this dollar sign and if your top figure is here or second highest figure is here, so that will be the wrong one.
लेकिन आंसर क्या हमें यही मिलेगा?
No, let me show you the case. For
ओके, प्लीज।
example, I'm not using the dollar sign in this case. Okay.
ठीक है।
Simply, I just given the one, then I dragged it, I make this two, I dragged it, I make this three. Okay. Can you
ओके।
see? Now, suppose if you are just changing it, for example, if my second value, I say the 16,000 is here. So look, here it got changed, but here can you see? Because it is checking the second highest in this range. It is not considering that 16,000 in this range.
ओके। ओके, गॉट इट।
Okay. So,
इट मीन्स ये फॉर्मूला लगाने पे अगर वैल्यूज चेंज भी होते तो वो उसको कंसिडरेशन में लेगा, राइट?
bilkul, bilkul. So, always remember whenever you are selecting the range in any of the formulas, that is a VLOOKUP, sum if, large, or in anywhere, if you are just selecting the range, make that freeze. So, if I have just freeze this F2 to F11, so all the top values, it is going to search in F2 to F11 only.
अच्छा, एक चीज बताओ ना, अगर यही डॉलर वाला अगर फॉर्मूला मैक्स में डाल देंगे तो वो क्या
मैक्स
सही
में
होगा?
सही है, बट मैक्स में डालने से कोई फायदा नहीं है। आप कर भी दोगे उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ना। द रीजन बीइंग, क्योंकि मैं इसको कहीं फॉर्मूले को डाउन फिल तो नहीं कर रहा ना, ना ही कहीं
तो
राइट कर रहा हूँ।
अच्छा, 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 करेक्ट। उसको तो ऑब्वियसली एक ही
ए,
मतलब
एक ही
एक ही
जगह, हाँ,
एक
एक
ही
ही वैल्यू।
रिजल्ट देना है। ठीक है,
करेक्ट,
ठीक है।
करेक्ट। Okay,
Oh,
freezing concept will come into the picture when you are dragging the formula to the downside and the right side. अगर एक ही सेल में लाना है जैसे मैंने मैक्स और मिन किया था, तो इसमें मुझे फ्रीज करने की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर आप कर भी देते हो तो भी कोई इम्पैक्ट नहीं होने वाला उससे।
okay, got it.
ओके,
Okay.
ग्रेट। नाउ we are going to see the concept of the pivot table, and people who are using the Excel 2007, okay, so they will not be able to use the functionality of the few functionality of the pivot table. I would say the more functionality of the pivot table, because that is upgraded one. Okay, so for this one you just need to upgrade your MS Office. So I have given you this data where you can see you have a 749 line items. Okay. Now, so pivot table basically we use to summarize the data. And for the pivot table, we have the shortcut key as a
अनु
all
अनु
D.
प्लीज प्लीज वन मोर क्वेश्चन। आप वो अपनी पुरानी वाली शीट में जाइए तो मैक्स और मिन वाली जिसमें आप अभी बता रहे थे। अच्छा, इसमें जैसे हमने टॉप 3 सेल्स निकाला, अब जैसे मुझे किसी ने क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया कि ब्रांच सेंट्रल में टॉप 3 सेल्स क्या है या टॉप 2 सेल्स क्या है, तो मतलब ऐसा कुछ अलग से फॉर्मूलाज होते हैं क्या? आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग।
Look, so here what you will do. Here, अगर आप ब्रांच में ब्रांच वाइज करते हो, so what you will do, you will just make the sum of that ना। कि अगर ब्रांच वाइज करते हो, that in this branch I'm just looking for the second highest sales.
हाँ
Okay,
ठीक है।
so the branch wise, if you just want to look for the second highest sales, so firstly you will just go for the branch level,
यस
right? And then in this branch you just need the second highest sales.
यस
So here what is your condition? So you will just say, for example, if I say this is okay, so I can say that if in this range, okay, if any value is the central, then I just need the second highest value in this range. Okay, so look, it is giving you what? The second highest sales. So for this, if you see in the central branch, let me make this. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so look, if I just want to go for that here, first of all, I just need to find it that where the central is coming. Okay,
ओके
this one. So in this range, I have these 4 centers first of all. Okay, and now if you will just go for that, if the branch is this, okay, so I can put like this large, and now you can see it is asking this array,
यस
right? So
यस
array, I will say that if in this range we have this central, then I need the second highest value from this here. Then pick this range, and from this range I need the second highest value. Can you see? In the central branch we have a second highest value 15,000 or not?
यस यस यस।
Okay, so you have to use this formula then.
बस वहां पे इक्वल टू D15 क्यों आया अनु?
इस रेंज में आप डी रेंज में सेंट्रल को चेक करोगे ना।
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ओके।
Yeah. Now here, so for the pivot table we have this shortcut keys, or you can go into the insert tab also, and from there we can use the pivot table as well. So now if you want to create a pivot table, so first of all you have to select your data set, and then you have to create the pivot table from it. So I have simply clicked on this pivot table and click on pivot table from a table or the range. Now it is asking to you where you want to create the pivot table, right? So it is asking that you want to create a pivot table in the new sheet or into the existing sheet. Okay, so here you can give the reference. So I just want to create into the new worksheet, so click on the OK. So in the new tab you can see the pivot table has been created. Okay, now whatever the headers you have like agent, account type, opened by, so you will see in the right hand side. Okay, this one only you have to drag and drop and you have to create the report. For example, I'm just looking for the agent wise total sales. So I will drag this agent into these rows and here the amount into these values. So look, the agent wise report has been prepared. Agent wise total sales. Look, correct? We have the 749 records, but ideally we have the 10 unique names which were keep repeating and repeating. Okay, so simply I have dragged it. So agent name I have dragged into this rows and amount I have dragged into this values. Okay, in the values you have to drag that field for which you want to perform any numerical calculations, like you want to make the sum, average, max, mean, and so on and so forth. Okay, so in this case you have to use this pivot table. Now suppose from this data set, if I ask you, please tell me that which agent has done what kind of a total sales and how many account that person has sold out. So I will just create a pivot table here in the new sheet I just created, and I have dragged this agent into this rows, amount in these values. So I am finding this total sales, but also I need to count that how many account that person has sold out. So I will drag this account type into this values section. So now you can see it is telling to you that Abhishek Kumar has sold total accounts as a 143 and total sales has been done with this. Okay. In the account type, you are getting the count. Why? The reason being because in the account type, you have the text data. So if you will drag any text data to this values section, so it will take the sum of it will take the count of that. And if you will drag any numeric field into this values section, so it will take the sum of that. So like here you can see when you have dragged this amount, it is taking the sum, and when I have dragged this account type, it is taking the count. Okay, so this is simply drag and drop, nothing else. And you can change this header also, like the row labels, this and this. For example, here I just want to type the name, I want to type the total sales, I want to type the account count, like this. So I can rename these labels. Okay, and if you do not want to show this grand total, so in this grand total you can do the right click and you can click on this remove grand total. So once you click on this, that will get removed, and if you want to get it back, you can do the undo. Now in the right hand side, the pivot table fields you will be able to see till only when your cursor is on the pivot table. If you put the cursor outside, it will go away. If you put the cursor back into the pivot table, it will come back. But now if you have closed this, for example, if you have closed this and you want to get it back, so in the pivot table, do the right click and you can see in the bottom that is a show field list. Click on that, it will appear again in the right side. Okay. So in this way, we just prepare this pivot table. Only you have to understand the requirement of the user and you have to drag and drop the fields accordingly. Now suppose if I say I need the total sales and I need the average sales also. So if you want to show that which person has done the total sales amount and the average sales amount, I need that. So what I will do, I will just create a pivot table from this. I will use this agent amount. So this is the total sales. But for the average sales also, you have to use this amount column. So drag it one more time here in these values. And now this last column, I will convert this to the average. So what you can do in this header, the sum of amount 2, you can do the double click. So this value field setting wizard will appear and you can convert this to the average. Okay. Now click on OK. Now you can see this has been converted into the average, and decimal points you can increase or you can decrease it from here. Okay. You can change this header like this is the average sales. This is the total sales,